Okay, I'm Caleb Ladd, and I am doing the Partner's Tale prologue from the Canterbury Tales. So, a little background before we get to the passage I chose. So, the introduction to the Partner's Tale starts off at the end of the physician's tale. The host was taken aback by the ending of the tale, describing that the beauty of the young Roman girl eventually led to her own father killing her. So, wanting to rid himself of the negative taste in his mouth from that story, he asked the partner to lighten the mood with a more comical tale. However, the pilgrims object and suggest that the partner tells a moral tale, and this is where the prologue begins. So, prologue. The partner starts by telling the pilgrims that all of his stories are based on the same message. Radix malorum est cupiditas, or greed is the root of all evil. He then goes on to explain how he usually delivers his sermons. First, he makes sure to show those in attendance his papers that prove he is permitted to deliver the sermon. He then delivers the sermon, including the occasional Latin phrase to make it sound more holy. Then he shows his holy relics and explains the powers that they contain, or quote-unquote powers that they contain. This brings us up to the passage that I have chosen to focus on today. So I took a screenshot and added in the image, but I have a roughly translated version that I will read. So it goes, with this trick, I've earned myself a salary of about 100 gold coins a year. I stand up there in front of the people like I'm a priest or something, and preach and tell 100 lies like the kind I just mentioned. All the stupid people sit in front of me and soak up every word I say. I make a good show of it, straining my neck to look at all the people to the right and left of me, just like a bird in a barn. I gesticulate with my hands and speak quickly, which makes my speeches dramatic and fun to watch. I always preach about greed and the other deadly sins, which makes them happy to give away their money, namely, to me. I'm only in this for the money, not for cleansing immortal souls. Why, I don't give a damn if their souls are as rotten as garbage when they die. Of course, I'm not the first person who's preached with an ulterior motive either. Some priests give sermons to make people feel good about themselves so they'll get promoted to bishop. Others preach for love of fame or to fan the fires of hate. I only preach to make money and sometimes to get back at people who have said nasty things about me or my fellow partners. So, that is the passage that I chose. So, my first question is, can a wicked man tell a moral tale? Pause the video to talk about that. Okay. My second question is, based on the passage that I shared with you, what do you think the partner's tale will be about? Take a second and talk about that. Okay. Now, the epilogue. After telling his story, the partner offers the pilgrims a chance to be absolved of their sins in exchange for money. He suggests that the pilgrims kiss his holy relics as well for safe measure. The pilgrims realized that this was a part of the partner's scam and declined, saying that the host should kiss the partner rather than the relics. So they kiss and they continue sailing. And that is the end of the story. So, my final question is, given the information we discover about the partner in the prologue, what is his intent in his telling this tale to the other pilgrims? And that's the video. Thanks for listening.